I'm Billy Mitchell, Editor-in-Chief of FedScoop, and we're on the sidelines of IT Mod Talks with the CIO of the Commerce Department, Andre Mendes. Andre, thanks for stopping by.
Always my pleasure. Thank you.
So Andre, what's one example of how IT modernization has made a material difference in improving the customer experience for American citizens over the past year or so?
So, recently, as you all know, the census completed the 2020 decennial. And the 2020 decennial was, rather different from any previous edition. The overwhelming majority of the data was actually collected online systems, cloud-based. And at the end of the day, it ended up capturing over 65% of the American population. Very simple questionnaire, very intuitive, great customer experience, human-centered design. And not only did it save the country money because it's a much more efficient way of collecting data, but it made it a lot more pleasant for the individuals that were in charge of completing their questionnaire by going online, getting it done, instead of dealing with all of the paper forms that they had dealt with in the past. It helped the census decennial for 2020 reach the highest proportion of participation in its history.
Wow. Andre, where has your agency been able to retire or phase out legacy IT systems by modernizing using cloud services?
Just about every single bureau has had a major impact from moving to cloud systems. One item that jumps out in particular, or two items that jump out in particular at ITA, where there was an enormous movement in 2017, 2018, and 2019 to move everything to the cloud. And it became effectively the first agency slash bureau that was 100% cloud-based. A couple of minor items that stayed in-house just by virtue of necessity, very particular requirements, but otherwise basically 100% cloud-based. That was an enormous shift in the number and types of people that ITA needed and allowed them to refocus a lot of the environment into application development and moving that forward, which of course is where we should be doing the majority of our investments. The other one is with BIS. Recently, BIS, under new leadership, a gentleman by the name of Nagesh Rao, who is nothing short of spectacular, has really imbued the entire bureau with a need and desire and urgency for innovation. And as a result, he has replaced an enormous number of systems, some of them that were just true legacy, sometimes decades old, and that represented very serious cybersecurity difficulties and challenges because they just did not lend themselves to all of the modern technologies such as multi-factor authentication, data encryption at rest and in transit. And so getting rid of those systems was twofold. It provided them with a much better functionality while at the same time dramatically reducing BIS's cybersecurity exposure.
Great examples. Andre, it's always a pleasure. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Billy. Take care.